Good evening everyone and welcome to Gundam News. And this week we've got some pretty cool and also expensive announcements, but first we gotta tackle something else. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, depending on which time zone you're watching this video in, Hathaway's Flash was released on Netflix, so if you haven't already, be sure to check it out. I will be watching it over the weekend because the day it got released I had to help a friend move apartments, and well, today I had to make this video, so I just haven't had the time yet. What I can tell you is the reactions to the movie from the 24th Shanghai International Film Festival. All of the screenings were completely booked, so it was a very popular screening. And the reactions to the movie included insightful commentary such as, "The BGM is wonderful and Gigi is very beautiful." Like, I know those were meant to be compliments, but it actually makes me more worried about the movie than anything else, because I could literally sum Gundam Seed Destiny up the same way. The BGM is beautiful, and Mayrin is awesome. But jokes aside, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very good movie. So now, moving on to those announcements. On the 28th of June, the Metal Robot Damashii Wing Gundam Zero TV version was announced. And as someone who grew up with Gundam Wing, I really want this. They promised us a completely new mold along with the things that we would usually expect from a Metal Robot Damashii. These are of course die-cast parts, markings, a classy finish, and some nice gimmicks as well. The machine cannons on the shoulders can rotate, the machine can transform into Neo Bird mode without the need of parts forming, and the price then is kinda, again, what you'd expect from the typical Metal Robot Damashii, 14,300 yen, around $130. Currently, it is slated for a November release, and if you're like me and you totally want this, pre-orders did open up the day that I am recording this, so there is a link down below if you also want to order one. But if even more expensive and fancier figures are your thing, then well, P Bandai has you covered with the Metal Build Strike Rouge Ootori pack, which will set you back a whopping 27,500 yen, which is around $250. And even though this number does include Japanese taxes, it does not include the P Bandai tax that you might have to pay through third-party vendors. So prepare your wallet for pain if you want one. And honestly, I can't really blame you. It's a beautiful looking thing with a really nice color scheme, and also just like the rendition of the colors of the Strike Rouge, I really like how they did the tones of the colors here. Then in addition to that, it just looks super sharp, the detailing is top notch, and well, it's an already awesome mobile suit by itself with an equally awesome backpack. And talking about that backpack, there is some good news for folks who also own a metal built Astray. They do include a connector part so you can connect the Ootori Striker pack to a metal built Astray. And just in case anyone was worried, they also explicitly tell us and even show us that the Ootori Striker pack can be used with the regular metal built Strike Gundam, and also vice versa. The Strike Rouge can use normal Striker packs. Gee, it's almost as if it's the same figure, but just with a different color scheme. Orders for this beast will be opening up on the 28th. Well, opened on the 28th, and it is also scheduled for a November release. And that is still not everything for November, because again from P Bandai, you can also pre-order the Robot Damashii Perfect Zeong Ver.ANIME. And for a not insignificant 14,300 yen, around 130 US, this thing does promise to be the perfect Zeong figure. There are hard and soft wires for the Saikomu guided arms. There are shorter wires just for the hands, which is apparently something that happened in the Plamo Kyoshiro manga. You've got parts for the incomplete upper arms and legs to make your perfect Zeong like the Mobile Suit Variation drawings. You've got that sword with an extra side skirt to mount it on to make it like the Plamo Kyoshiro version. Then there's mono eyes in different positions, vernier effect parts, beam effect parts, and even the ability to turn it into a normal Zeong, well, normal and incomplete Zeong technically speaking, with action base included. Whatever Zeong you want, you should be able to do it with this set. Also, my sincere condolences for any completionist Gundam action figure collectors in the audience. November is going to be rough for you. In October, then, we are getting the high-grade Gundam F91 Vital Unit 1 and Unit 2 twin set. And for anyone who's unaware of where they came from, myself included before I saw these things, they are from a manga called Gundam F91 Prequel. A very useful title because it also immediately tells us what it's about. But back to those F91s, for the most part, they are just recolors of the normal F91. And the only thing that even sets them apart from each other is the different use of the accent colors red and blue. Now, I don't know why, but the fact that the color on their feet is swapped is annoying me on some level. But anyways, the two new things included with this set are 1, 2 B machine guns, 1 each, and 2 a new set of marking stickers. And this set can be yours for 3,190 yen, around 30 US, plus of course P Bandai tax. The final P Bandai announcement then when it comes to figures and model kits was the FDW Gundam Converge Crossbone Gundam Dust Anchor and Phantom V2 set. And for 4,950 yen, we are getting quite a lot of accessories. In addition to a plethora of weapons like the Ikarimaru and the Moby Dick Buster, there are also effect parts for the heat dissipation mode of the Anchor and the Phantom Light of the Phantom V2. And if you prefer their upgraded forms, they also include parts to turn your Anchor V2 into the V3 or the V4, and the Phantom V2 into the Phantom V2 Kai. And if all of that still wasn't enough, you're also getting a free manga page. 1 page. Now, they don't specify if it's like a page of an upcoming volume, like kind of a teaser thing, or if it's like a really short 1-page special story, which would kind of make it worth a little bit more to get this thing, but that's what we know at the moment. And for those of you who are interested in this set, it should be releasing in November. The final new release announcement then comes to us from the Heart Company, who's going to be releasing 2 Gunpla round boxes in the middle of October for 1,650 yen each. Now, the first one will include the entry-grade Strike Rouge with the Armor Schneiders and 2 packs of Gundam Seed-themed corn soup-flavored snacks. The second one then contains the entry-grade RX-78-2 Snow Custom, the one with the shield and the beam rifle, and 2 original Gundam-themed corn soup flavored snacks again. And as the name indicates, both sets are packaged in an appropriately themed round container that you can then reuse for other things afterwards. As for the stuff we could get this month then, Bandai released their June schedule for regular Gunpla releases. On the 10th, we're getting a bunch of water slide decals for 550 yen a piece. These include Gundam Age General Purpose Number 1, High Grade Hathaway's Flash General Purpose Number 1, High Grade The Origin General Purpose Number 4, High Grade Build Divers General Purpose Number 1, Real Grade New Gundam, and Real Grade Sazabi. Then on the 22nd, the High Grade Universal Century Nightingale will be hitting store shelves. And for those of you who haven't ordered this absolutely massive high grade yet, I will have a link down below. And at 7,000 yen, its price is pretty damn close to the 8,000 yen of the RE100. But it also looks like it is going to be quite a bit better than that thing. Although, to be honest, that's not really saying too much because, well, the RE100 was basically just a giant statue that looked nice. It didn't really do a lot. But putting that aside, the Gundam base also showed us their stuff for this month, although they haven't yet specified which dates they will exactly be releasing the stuff. Fortunately for most of us, all of this limited Gundam base stuff is the kind of stuff that I feel like that I would assume people only really want because they are limited. Like, first up, for 1,760 yen, there is the Shars 2 Zaku Metallic, which to me looks a lot like those cheapo versions of a model kit that should be metallic, but it isn't. Well, that should be plated, but it's not plated. Then also for 1,760 yen, there is a clear version of the SD Gundam Cross Silhouette Gundam Barbs Loops Rex. I mean, I've already said a lot about what I think about clear versions, and as for this one, at least the yellow/gold looks kinda nice. Then for 6,600 yen, around $60, there is the clear, real great new Gundam HWS, and well, as I said with the regular, real great new Gundam, at the very least here it makes sense because you can see like that really nice inner frame shining through that clear armor. And then finally there is the 1/48 scale Unicorn Gundam head display base Psycho Frame color variation version and Unicorn Gundam Unit 2 Banshee head display base set. And yes, that is the actual title that's printed on the box. But of all of the things that the Gundam base is releasing this month, this is probably the one that is worth it the most to get because, well, it is a nice thing to have to display your Unicorn Gundams with or your Banshee with, and it is a re-release of the previously magazine exclusive Unicorn action bases. And on top of that, we're also getting some extra Psycho Frame color variants for the Unicorn Gundam base. And all of this for 1,650 yen. So, I mean, if you can get them for relatively cheap, this is a pretty cool set. In other news then, the 6th volume of the Advance of Zeta reboot Gundam Inlay manga was released this week, along with the 2nd volume of the Gundam Burai manga. And then we also got episode 4 of the Gundam Build Real drama series. But more importantly, we are getting a new Gundam arcade game. Well, new. It's a sequel to an already existing one, and it's one that I absolutely loved. At least the port on the PSP. On July 27th, Gundam Senjou no Kizuna 2, also known as Bonds of the Battlefield 2 in English, will be starting operation in arcades across Japan. And you can check out the promotional video yourself, linked down below. Now, as I said before, I absolutely played the PSP version to death, and I am very much looking forward to trying the actual machines in Japan for myself. And other than the very nice looking upgraded graphics, it seems that they also added a few gameplay tweaks like a deck system that seems like it'll allow you to more easily sortie as different mobile suits. And just as with the first one, I do hope that they will also bring out a port because, I mean, judging from my experience with the PSP version, I think it's a real money sink if you want to get like the best mobile suits and then also have them upgraded, because if I look at my time I spent on the PSP version and then, you know, put a money value on every game that I played, oof, that would be bad. Then I wouldn't have any money left for this week's apparel that they announced. Bankore is continuing their dot-bit series with Zeon's insignia rendered in a delightful 8-bit style. You can get it on a t-shirt for 3,300 yen, around 30 US, a tote bag for 2,200 yen, around 20 US, a coin case for 1,760 yen, around 15 US, a mini towel for 990 yen, around 9 US, a twin pin set for 1,650 yen, around 15 US, and an acrylic stand for 1,760 yen, again around 15 US. The next thing from Bankore then was kind of screwing a bit with my brain, because when I saw the design for the first time, my brain was like, oh cool, it's like an old-fashioned tin to put stuff in. But it turns out that that was actually just the design. So now my brain can't help but seeing a tin can that for some reason they felt the need to put on a t-shirt for 3,850 yen, a tote bag for 2,200 yen, a cushion for 3,520 yen, a face towel for, again, 3,520 yen, a glass for 1,870 yen, and an acrylic stand for 1,430 yen. But yeah, I gotta say, it is a pretty neat design, and all of this Bankore stuff, including the .bit stuff, is slated for an August release. What you can get right now then are jeans from the Strict GX Edwin collaboration. For 13,200 yen, or like 110 US, you can either get the regular straight Earth Federation Space Forces design, one wash or black, or the loose tapered Zeong design, one wash or dark blue. And what I really like about these designs is how they're like really subtle in a way that you can actually wear these things in real life without, attracting any weird looks or anything. Then the last thing here isn't really apparel, but you can store your apparel in it, or your Gunpla, or whatever you want to use it for. It is the Principality of Zeong Earth Attack Forces version dark blue folding container for 7,150 yen, around 70 US, with a capacity of about 50 liters. And one or multiples of these can be yours in September. And then we're wrapping up today's episode with some Gundam Café news, where the Battle of the Curries is raging as we speak. Through the Gundam Café online, which is really just P-Banai to be honest, you can get the red-white curry set for 4,708 yen, which will then be shipped to you in August. And inside of this set, we are getting one package of red comet curry, which is 3 times spicier than normal curry, one package of Federation white curry, one Zeong plate, which has Glory Be to Curry written on it, a Char custom spoon, and a spoon rest in the shape of a Char custom curry. Nice. Then other things they started selling are a portable mini fan with either a normal or pink Haro design for 1,980 yen, and a Gundam Seed mug for 1,430 yen with Kira, Athron, Lacus, and Kigali in their new Gundam Café uniform. And then finally, they also showed us this month's lineup of Gundam birthdays. On the 2nd, which is when I'm recording this, it is Mir Campbell's birthday, so a happy birthday to her. Then Ali Al-Sachas from Gundam 00 on the 11th, Andrew Waldfeld from Seed on the 20th, Domon Kashu from G Gundam on the 24th, but festivities are already starting on the 12th, because there will be a special birthday dessert and drink for Domon. And then on the 26th, it is Luna Maria Hawk's turn from Gundam Seed Destiny. And that has been all for this week's Gundam news. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next week with more Gundam news.